So this is PTS versus Wargaming Pay to Win on Hotspot. PTS in the south, obviously Wargaming Pay to Win in the north. So the lineups are typical for Wargaming Pay to Win: Z52 Yu Yang, albeit they're taking 2 ZOWs, 1 Des Moines. We run Yu Yang, Moskva, ZOW, 2 Hindenburgs, Des Moines and Montana. Normally we don't run a Moskva, we normally run 2 Des Moines. This is myself commentating on this one. We didn't play, Revo, and Josh, the field commander in PTS, so he's here. Hey Josh.
Hello, hello. Yeah, I think neither of us has played this game actually. We were in the other team at the time, if I recall correctly, and the boys came back, and we're gonna see at the end how it went. But I can promise this is a good one.
Little bit of chat going on there.
Yeah. We used to be quite close with Pay to Win and Pay to Lose as well, since we shared a team speak at one point, and a couple of months back we parted ways, but we're still good friends with all of them. That explains the friendly banter there. In terms of tactics, it's fairly standard for us, but we thought we have to be on our toes here, since Pay to Win is a really good clan. And I think we can expect some, let's say, unconventional tactical decisions in this match. At least from what I've heard. So far, nothing too radical. 1 ZOW, 1 Hindenburg defending the 1-2 line, and then the rest of the fleet moving towards Charlie.
Not a lot going on at the early start.
Again, there never is on this map. It's just a travel from B to C.
Takes a little bit of time.
The Hydra to come up on, yeah, there we go, on the Moine from Rio here. So Rio sent me this replay, and he said we should take a look at it, and there we go. The Hydra here from the Des Moines traveling from B to C is just to defend against Young torpedoes, or Z52 for that matter. And Lodoshka there in our Young has laid some anticipation torpedoes. They're more of a scary factor for cruisers which might just sneak in.
Quite often, being a DD main myself, quite often you can catch some teams out there. I don't expect Wargaming Pay to Win to be caught out by those torps, but it does happen.
Yeah. No, and also RPF pings are important on this map. We know that there is 1 ship for sure going for Charlie. It's going to be interesting what that has as an effect. First spots are there on the 1-2 line, you see them as well?
Yeah, so the ZOW, I mean, playing a standard tactic, the ZOW from the north, we would do exactly the same. Put the ZOW in the D1 area, in a kiting away position. So if he comes across any reasonable force, he can quickly get out of there and go undetected.
Yeah, and just for a second, we saw Z52 torpedoes coming in from the middle there. So we do know that the Z52 is in the area. We see a cap going on for Charlie. Lodoshka is about to enter that cap, and I think, in my mind, that this is very risky now, because they are already set up and we are not.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised he's going in that way.
Yes, normally you would expect him to go around the other way, but we'll see if that works out. I'm not sure actually what the gameplay plan is here on our side, to be honest, because we're not contesting.
No, and again, we didn't play this, so it's difficult to suggest. Normally we would have the Hindenburgs down on the G8, 9, 10 sort of area to stop any push coming down on the 9 and 10 line from the Hindenburg. But yeah, we've given away an easy cap there, I guess. But if we get positional play, a preferential positional play, then it's worth it. We can always push back in and take
true.
it again.
And it's interesting that there were some pings down from the Hindenburg and the Zau on the 1-2 line. That looks like they're running away. So that could hint towards a DD being down there. Right, so Ryu gets spotted here and obviously has to turn in. Torpedoes came in as well. Up to this point, nothing has been spotted, really. I don't know if the battleship ever shot at our guys. We don't know where it is. So, yeah.
Some shells coming in there, but it looks like possibly a Des Moines.
That does look like cruiser. Right, there is the radar from our position there. And it looks like the Z-52 is running, which is good for us since that allows us to cap back the C cap if it's uncontested.
Des Moines is in an odd position there. We don't normally see the Des Moines on that corner.
That is correct. The Des Moines up north is weird, and in terms of, you know, scary factor, I don't really know, to be honest, what's going to happen. But I imagine that our boys were a little bit scared of pushing into pay to win here, since they are set up, and yeah, you never really know what's coming. But it looks like we're gonna get this cap fairly safely, actually.
Yeah, it's very risky from our boys here because we've got no defence on the 9 and 10 line, and I think if Wargaming Pay to Win had realised that, they could have punished us.
That is true. But you know, then again, we tried something a little different by clunking up here on the, what is it, on that line down there with the Montana. And we're gonna see the Montana moving into the Charlie cap now, I think. Torpedoes coming in, but they were more of a scary factor than a real threat. And yes, it looks like indeed that Mercenary Scar here pushes into the Charlie cap with his Montana. And we do spot the Montana over at A. So we know 3 ships are on A, and the rest of them are down here. It also appears to be the case that our Musk line in the form of Caitlin Jenner there is pushing in. I don't know what the goal here is, to be honest, yet. But it does look like we're trying to deny them any kind of area over C. Now again, I would be scared of Masaru there in the Montana because his aim is stellar.
So we can punish the Z-52 quite easily here. We sort of alluded to it a little bit earlier, and we've tried to do that a bit more this clan battle season as well. Is not always going for the early cap straight from the off, but trying to get better positional play to take it back. That's what's
honestly, the situation here changed a little bit. So we see, wow, we killed a Zau there. I don't know what happened down there, but it looks like a misplay from the Zau in the south, which that surprises me. It does surprise me. And we also reveal all the ships now from Pay to Win side. So we know Ye Young's down there on the 1-2 line. Monty is in A. And our Des Moines, the enemy Des Moines there, well, we trade there in the end. So GMTM goes down in his Zau. But look at what our Monty is doing there. He's starting to pressure that Des Moines very heavily.
Yeah, I mean, Montana pushing into the Des Moines like that, even with a kite and Zau, it's only going to end one way.
Yeah, nasty. Bad news for the Des Moines. Honestly, I'm a little bit disappointed there with Ryu's play. He does get unspotted fairly fast, and he's lucky there. That fire, you see that as well on him?
Yeah.
The detection there was just right. The Hindenburg didn't spot him. We start to see fire coming in from the Montana. Montana is moving towards the middle from Pay to Win.
And Pay to Win are also starting to move their Z towards the B cap, it seems.
And there is one connected torpedo on Ryu. Yeah, there we go. So that is dangerous now for Ryu. But I see that our Mercenary Scar there in the battleship is pushing in like a madman. And I would expect that Des Moines to fall fairly soon. And if you notice, we spot the Z-52 in the middle, and we have the Moskva creeped up into Charlie now. So Pay to Win has lost fairly. They don't have any map control left. And I do value this push there by our Montana. Yes, it looks like a suicide push to me, but I do think that the effect it has is really good.
Shock tactics, I think.
Well, not really shock tactics. I don't know who was leading this one. I don't recall this, but it does appear to me that you know, the boys just decided, right, we're gonna try something radical and something new, if you can call it this. Notice Schneewolf there in Charlie Cap. He does misplay here. I think he should have gone out and chased that Zhao a little bit better, so that perhaps even our battleship could have survived. But as it stands right now, Montana is pressuring C Cap. Zed has Hydro. But if you notice Lodoshka there in his Yi Young, he's creeping up that 4 line, and he is constantly spotting that Montana. Deathstalker's in his Hindenburg, he's going to farm that Montana quite a bit. And the way it stands right now, I don't really see Pay to Win gaining any map control back unless Ryu dies here in the Des Moines. He does take substantial damage here. But again, if you look at the points, it's dead even on generation. We have 2 caps, but I'm actually quite surprised with how it turns out here. And Ryu is caught between a hard spot and a rock. How do you call it?
Rock and a hard place. Yeah.
Yeah, and Monty is pushing him from the back. Our Hindenburg there, he's actually doing the right thing now. I think he's reversing out to increase fire angles on the Montana. Masaru, we see Masaru coming in here, and our Des Moines here, Ryu, is fighting Zhao and the Hindenburg, which is a bad trade, I think. But with 905 points now, it looks like they might just get it. Our Yi Young is almost in the A cap, so I would expect them to cap this. Ooh, Ryu is under a lot of pressure now.
Yeah, he's also dishing out a lot of pressure as well.
Yes, but the Montana missed the shots, you noticed, and
yeah,
then do we see torpedo beats? Yes, I do think we see torpedo beats. But ooh, Ryu is going down. For sure, Ryu is going down.
Sure.
But Schneewolf is doing a great job kiting the Montana. Montana actually beached. Interesting. And we see a trade from Ryu? No, not quite.
Close, very close.
Oh, close. Maybe we get the Hindenburg here. Yeah, wait, that is a good trade. And we also lose. We also get a Yi Young kill here from the Hindenburg. So Deathstalkers for sure perform quite well. Interesting to see now how Masaru. Well, look at the points. It's GG at this point.
Yeah, GG.
Interesting how Pay to Win didn't punish this Charlie push at all.
Yeah,
wow,
I think the pivotal moment was pushing the Montana against the Des Moines. He took a lot of damage, dude. He took a lot of damage, but I think it shocked Atotech and pushed them away from the C cap and give us C cap for long enough time to be able to take the win.
I hate to point out fingers here, but Pay to Win had their Montana misplaced, I think.
Yeah, at the back
then
of
again,
it.
you know, who are we to judge? They are far better than us, but I'm very interested to see how this works out against other clans. This kind of a situation there.
Yeah. Well, GG. We'll be uploading another win shortly. PTS V Hammy. So keep watch out. But thanks for watching.